Wes. Welcome to the Damu Kiwe Conversations. Home to the West Coast. Voice of the culture. Duse M's the Don. Hey, look, man. I hope everybody is here for this one. If you ain't, get ready. Hit that like button now. Because we going in on Chuck Taylor, man. The game himself has been exposed. The game, nigga, one of my top 10 West Coast lyricists, nigga, of all time, was a fraud. They're clowning him. They went and got all the receipts. This is really nasty work. I really hate that he's going out like this. But listen, man, ain't no picking and choosing. This the Damu Kiwe Conversations. And one thing for sure, two things for certain. We can't select a politic, bro. Let's get to this real quick. After this, then we'll get into the content. Hit that like button on y'all way in. I didn't share, I didn't do nothing, so y'all gotta hit that like button. Let's get to it. Real quick. After the intro, hit that like button. It's like taking your chucks off at against the front door before you step onto that motherfucking carpet. For Chuck Taylor even hit the flow. Let's get to it, man. Hey. Only place you gonna get Big U. You didn't hear him? Oh, we'll do it again.
I want this shit banging in my headphones. You understand me? Let me hear that beat. You dig? I'm gonna address some shit. Let y'all niggas know the real. I've been dormant for too long. Hibernating. Everybody want it, but do you want to get it? I'm sick of all these niggas bullshit. I'm sick of all these bitches. I'm sick of how these bitch niggas tripping and how y'all get these passes to these snitches. Neighborhood crippin', dog pound gangsters in the building.
Janelle Jones, Spirit Wonder, what up? Salute. PRB Lad, Kid the Barber.
Damu Kiwe Conversation, the only place you gonna get it is the only place you gonna get Big U.
Hey, listen, bro. This is nasty work. One more time, we gonna run this intro. Because I don't know if y'all paying attention or not, but we outside with it. Damu Kiwe Conversation. The revolution will be televised. We are the revolution. Let's get to it.
You dig? I'm gonna address some shit.
Shout out Jersey.
Let y'all niggas know the real. I've been dormant for too long. Hibernating.
Hit that like button.
Everybody want it, but do you want to get it? I'm sick of all these niggas bullshit. I'm sick of all these bitches. I'm sick of how these bitch niggas tripping and how y'all get these passes to these snitches. Neighborhood crippin', dog pound gangsters in the building. I'ma treat these niggas like bitches. Throw them to the wolves and the vultures, the hyenas and my siblings.
Damu Kiwe Conversation, the only place you gonna get it is the only place you gonna get Big U.
Man, salute to my brother Yael, my brother from another. Free Big U. Salute to the whole ETE, Expose the Exposers, and the whole Damu Kiwe Conversation, including and not limited to the Blue Wrench Mob. Always on their job. Salute to the Blue Wrench Mob, man. Really appreciate y'all assistance down there. We gonna get into this content. If they not here, then next time they'll probably turn on their notifications so they don't miss it. Because this, J-Boy TV, shout out to Jungle Boy TV. Salute, bro. Let's see what we got, man.
Way to become a vital part of the 2000s era.
Let's start it back over.
Gangbanging has been a part of West pop since the art form was introduced to the region. Out of the platoons of flag-waving MCs and artists from Compton, California would make his way to become a vital part of the 2000s era, touching everything from the mixtape market to the Billboard charts. But what happens when one creates a terrifying image of himself that he is forced to continuously uphold, but ultimately is befuddled with memories of epic slip-ups, failed check-ins,
not to walk up to somebody in the club and do it. I heard plenty of times people ran from
memorabilia fraud, and odd insecurities. Seeking attention so bad it would cost him his legacy.
Rapper, how is the Game the biggest rapper in the world?
And give him a new one.
I don't want to be a part of hip-hop no more.
Game's credibility is in question because it seems he might be exaggerating on a lot of stories. Now,
this is the story of one of the West Coast's biggest artists who would position himself as the holder of the LA crown for years.
You used to be a Crip, now you're a Blood.
But consistently fumbled his spot.
Look at Meek Mill's name in this photo, the screenshot that the Game tweeted out.
Placing himself as one of the kings on the Mount Rushmore of cap.
Mike B, salute.
He's a scrub. He doesn't have a car.
Oh,
Mazda?
my God.
Once you discover the Mazda CX-90,
y'all see what's
Mazda,
going on?
it doesn't.
Hold on, man. The nigga on Change Your Heart. Let's start that back a little bit. That's nasty work, bro.
Consistently fumbled his spot.
Look at Meek Mill's name in this photo, the screenshot that the Game tweeted out.
Placing himself as one of the kings on the Mount Rushmore of cap.
Unlike him, he's a scrub. He doesn't have a car.
This is the Game. Jayceon Taylor, born in Compton, California in 1979, would become a beacon of light for the LA rap scene after finding his way from the mixtape market under JT, the bigger figure. The hungry MC would first try his hand with Death Row, even pulling up on Death Row artist Eastwood and trying to flow at a burial. His career in entertainment would actually start years earlier before his Pyru membership, when a younger Game was on Change Your Heart, Little Tattoos, and a Tongue Ring.
He has a car, and I mean, he drove me everywhere. Unlike him, he's a scrub. He doesn't have a car.
This nigga look crazy.
But soon, he would find his place signing with Aftermath Records and Dr. Dre. Out the gate, he would get himself into mischief. His biggest feud to date is with 50 Cent, which was so messy it would lead to him, one by one, outcapping the entire Aftermath roster and then some.
Let's do
that deserves its own cap story. So for now, let's just say the Game would place himself on a deserted island where he could be his own king. But through a collection of ill moves, he would become a king. A cap king, that is. Before we go too far in this video, please do me one small favor and apply pressure to that subscribe button. Yes. Apply pressure to that subscribe button.
Oh, he out of
The Game would find himself in the sweet spot where West Coast rap as a whole was taking the back seat to other regions, still recovering from the destruction of his biggest label, Death Row. Suge would be in and out of jail with no more artists. Snoop had calmed down and Dr. Dre was putting everything in the aftermath, a situation Game talked himself out of. He would become his own gatekeeper of some sorts. He did a more than exceptional job striking fear with any entertainer unfamiliar with the LA region, more than likely exchanging security for artists in exchange for money and features. This even escalated to where he was handing out flags to other artists not from LA, but looking to claim membership in well-known gangs.
Nice.
Lil Wayne would be one of the first mainstream rappers to claim a blood set without being put on.
And then you see dudes like Wayne throws up blood all day or whatever, like a lot of artists do. And like what, obviously there's the video of where Wayne and Baby were now, like 40 Block was running up the car, like what's up now? Yeah. So like, what, like,
I got an opinion about it. I feel like it's frozen.
Right.
Straight up. Like, you wasn't put on to this shit. You wasn't quartered on. You ain't going to the back of the buildings and fight. You know what I'm saying? Your homies and get put on.
Right.
You not from a gang.
Right.
Not only are you not from a gang, you ain't, you know what I'm saying, press the line and put in work. Not necessarily kill nobody, but you know what I'm saying, put you on the line.
These moves will put him at odds with fellow LA artists who weren't that enthusiastic to respect these newfound members, regardless of what the Cap of Compton sold to them.
Lil Wayne would become a target anytime he touched ground and did business in LA, once getting bombarded by a pack of Crips with the likes of 40 Glock and Spider Loke.
And these niggas start banging when they get older, nigga. That's a 13-year-old, nigga. Just turned 13, nigga.
40 Glock's antics would not go unpunished. Industry opportunities would be just as lucrative as cash in certain situations, and the game would be quick to use this as an opportunity. Catching 40 Glock at a private party where 40 would be jumped, and then the game would film the encounter as if it was a one-on-one.
I went to this pool party, and when I got there, 40 Glock was there. And I said, I looked around, and I said, well, this is my friend's house. I don't want to, mess up the pool party. I don't want to scare anybody. I don't want to make any quick moves. And he seen me.
Red,
and
what up?
I'm thinking I don't know this guy. I'm thinking this is 40 Glock. This is a tough guy. It's about to be a real battle in here because this is 40 Glock. This is the guy.
If you look at the tape, the niggas jumped me for like about 20 minutes. They jumped me like 5 times.
So, he got up and I did my thing, and that last right hook sent him into a tree, and that was the end of 40 Glock in his career.
This would forever tarnish 40 Glock's career, where he would venture on to file a civil suit against the game, becoming a precursor of the future.
I'm in that red rose white ceiling.
Look, red rose white ceiling. No body, no casket, just blood spilling.
Yeah. Red rose white ceiling. Red rose white ceiling. Hey yo, red rose white ceiling.
The Cap of Compton, the Bap of Bompton's Pyru investment, Little Weezy, would get him in multiple skirmishes. He would proceed to jump her off the roof and interject in a back and forth with the Rat of Cap, Young Thug, after the latter had an ongoing beef with Tunchi.
Never been Hollywood, he's just been highly cold, nigga. You know what the is, nigga. Side of this mother. Anybody fuck doing out of fucking I will fuck Thug up on Pyru, nigga. What's up, nigga? Now come to California, bro. Do that shit. Damn, pussy. Walk through California and say, fuck, I'm a doing nigga like being 40 Glock. And if a nigga with a problem, a nigga gonna get his ass.
The rapper Cap wouldn't waste a second going on Instagram, issuing warnings that included a flashback of a once rumor that gained steam about Game being a stripper. His stepfather would confess that Game's mother owned a strip club where the Game was paid $1,000 a week to twerk.
A lot of application and get a job, but hey.
See, the Barbie Coast was not for male strippers, bro. I lived across the street from the Barbie Coast when my mom moved to Gardena. So she lived in like 3 different spots in Gardena. You know what I'm saying? So we lived right a block away from this motherfucker. That was for females dancing. He's supposed to work at the right track, though. I'm just saying. But I'm letting y'all know it wasn't the Barbie Coast. Let's go.
They look good. They've been working out. We put them on, man. We get them, we get them $1,000 a week dancing.
Jayceon danced there maybe twice, and 50 Cent will not let him forget it. And somehow somebody got pictures of him dancing in that club with his G-string on, and boy.
For some reason besides me, he would suddenly tweet TMZ that it was all Cap.
See, you used to be a Crip, now you're a Blood. So I don't want no smoke with you. You got Bloods and Crips on your team. And you was a male stripper. And you know I'm in LA more than Arnold Schwarzenegger. He the governor. Yeah.
Young Thug and Game's beef would escalate to where family members begin to be mentioned. Game would even show up to ATL mid-beef with no worries. An associate of Game, JoJo Capone, would mediate.
You know what I'm saying? We want to see them smiling. We don't want to see them frowning, and neither one of their mothers want anything to happen to them.
See, the way the world is set up, they want all blacks to kill each other, but we're not. Black lives matter. So I salute Gang. I respect him. I'm sorry for making that post about him. Even though he was wrong and he was in the wrong business and taking up for a nigga that wasn't taking up for themselves, it's all good.
I seen Thug a video and shit. I think it take a real nigga to apologize and dead some shit. I think the next phase is getting him and Tune shit buried, because Tune my nigga, and then getting Tune and Birdman to settle their shit and get back to getting their money, OG out.
And the two would seemingly squash their beef.
OG out.
With Monday.com's intuitive work management platform, you have...
This nigga Game said OG out. This shit crazy. Let's go.
Suddenly, one gloomy morning, the Game would go on The Breakfast Club to detail how the feud came to an end. And this is where the cat will be discovered.
Young Thug had a quick little back and
You see,
forth.
yeah, it was real quick. Yeah, real quick. You know.
That was the quickest back and forth.
I mean, you know, it gets real.
Game's crazy.
You know, and I went to Atlanta right after it started, and it got real.
So y'all saw each other? Or?
Nah, we never saw it.
The rat of cat would immediately take to social media to call it out.
Minding my business, trying to promote my little video that I got about to come out back for the work, the song Power. And I go on the Burford Club, being nose and see this nigga game.
Some lights up if you just coming in.
But you was not about that action. I'm uploading the video. That's my bad, nigga. Real niggas don't apologize. And shit, it ain't nothing, man. So you know what it is, man. I got a lot of respect. We got too many with this all up in it. So it's all love, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take that one. Shit.
I just seen your little video, your whole ass paint your nails like a fucking girl. You call your nigga gay, and you a whole ass nigga. You fucking around niggas drive by that nail shop and light that motherfucker.
Whack 100, the game's manager, recently would go on stream with Pee Wee Roscoe, which would also receive a response that the exact opposite of what we were told.
Shit out of I caught with game when y'all dissed the slime and I caught you at Lennox Mall. Yeah, man. So we ain't gonna stand. Hey, man.
Roscoe, what happened?
Wait, hold on. Roscoe. You know, listen, Roscoe, you know what's up with me. I'm coaching on.
Wait, hold on, Roscoe. What happened at the mall?
Hey, no nigga supposed to be talking. I caught him with game. He just went in my DM with game called slime gay. You the same bitch and he got caught at the mall when y'all walked outside. Oh no, I apologize. I got receipts.
This wouldn't be the first time Game's confrontation would have an ambidextrous ending, because the next one would raise eyebrows. The bullying would have to take a back seat when he would have a confrontation with one of the biggest demons in the game, just making his way around the industry, Lil Durk.
It was something happened in the studio between me and Tyke.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't supposed to escalate.
Right.
But it did. So it is what it is now.
This would transpire because the little homie Tyga had an ongoing dispute over a woman, which he decided to take to wax with Lil Durk.
Who the fuck is Lil Durk? I dust you like Ash and Perp. Your flow whack, my flow crack. Got marble floors, your flow's crack. Papa Willie and NYC, I got 30 on my nigga fleet. Her Tyga sneak dissing on me, telling thought bitches I'm not right. Tyga only got one name, but that nigga ain't got one stripe.
Instead of handling on his own, Tyga would tell the big homie to play his position.
But again, man, I pretty much hold myself in this capacity where I'm like, anything taking shots at the West Coast, like I'm gonna live and die for it. So
Game would get himself involved in a brief exchange of bars with a guy he didn't even know.
Tyga hit me. He was like, I want you on this song, man. And I'm beefing with, Lil Durk. I'm like, I don't even know who Lil Durk is. So I did my research and then I did my verse. And then
Tyga hit me like Durk this. Durk no whiskey, Durk who, nigga? Never heard of these niggas. Some of the nerve of these niggas don't make me put on burgundy. Nigga, let the AK, I'm serving these niggas.
Every time a nigga rap beef get clapped up in a couple weeks. IG comments in a couple tweets, location on, we can go and meet. Headshot, I'm out of town, I'm in Philadelphia with my nigga me.
Tyga phased out of it, then it was just me and Durk beefing.
Durk response will be playful, not even a flinch, dealing with the Bap of Bompton, trolling and all.
The game, this is, you gonna plot back or you leaving that alone?
Any female you looking at that you want to say hello to? What, Tiffany Fox?
Nah, Game one. I don't even know that guy. I know him from this show. 50 Cent. That's how I know him.
The difference between Durk and the others is he would have no reluctance of visiting the LA area to party. Tyga, being conveniently out of town, would call the big homie. Game would go right to Durk's location. The moment he found his mark was captured on camera.
I saw you tweet like, yo, Game a real one, blah, blah, blah. Like, how was it afterwards? Like, after I left the club?
Like, the whole club scene was just like a
standoff.
Like,
get them likes
I'm holding
up.
my ground.
Right.
And they, like, I'm holding my ground, too.
Right.
Like, because some people don't do it like that. Some people just rather not just walk up to somebody in the club and do it. I'm saying, I heard plenty of times people ran from.
Right.
So I'm just, like, standing my ground. Like, where I'm from, we don't, like, run.
Man
we
up.
stand up. Yeah, especially for us being in another city and on the come up. We can't let nobody do that to us, you know? Yeah, we just holler at them like, man, like we just want to see what it is, like see what we stand in type. One of the homies named G Weed had put me in Game on 3-way.
Right.
And we had squashed from there, so
this beef will be squashed soon after, or at least one would think.
When I think he approached you somewhere, right?
No, he was in LA. Everybody got that backwards, man. He was in LA at a Rick Ross party.
But Cat Kings are going to do what a Cat King is going to do. The stories of how this situation ended would quickly become blurred.
And we found him. We went to him, and I saw Dirk, and he was a little guy, man. And he was cool, man. So it just went away, man.
Right.
Yeah, and most of the times, like, you know, when I see dudes in real life, physically, you know, it's just not.
David's 6'3", 6'4".
It's unmatched.
You're not gonna push him around. Now, obviously, Lil Durk wasn't with it, right? I mean, listen, he commented on Twitter. He said he found me. What the? Now, he also made mention. He said, "I'm glad I'm not a Twitter gangster," but it seems like the game might be lying.
Whatever happened during that meeting, it was becoming clear to other artists that the game might not be as scary as we thought.
We're going to shoot you some topics.
Yeah.
You freestyle. Is that cool?
I'll do what I can, man.
Power 106, your first topic is the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I be rocking my Kobe's, I be in a red rose, white.
We help injured people and their families. And it may be a small injury, but maybe it
Whatever the case, Mr. Taylor wouldn't miss a beat in his quest to be the West Coast's biggest bully.
What kind of pissed me off? I felt like I rocked with Double XL even throughout the beginning of my career. I kind of rode against the source.
Even checking Double XL magazine on screen over an article he didn't agree with.
One day, I seen this cover with I want to say I think it was Kendrick on it or something, or maybe Dre or Kendrick, but it was like, you know, the guy that sold 10 million records was just missing. I felt like whoever was writing that or edited it, you know, edited the magazine, you know, for that month and put that out. Even coming up here, man, we was joking in the truck and we was just like, man, I don't read the Double XL. We was all laughing about it, and I'm cool with you know, Double XL. I just felt that was a little disrespectful to me and my career, and you know, the relationship could go either way from here. You know, it's whatever me, man.
This tactic rarely failed with naive out-of-town artists who wanted to relax in LA without no worries. But Game's bully card would take a hit when he got himself involved in a capathon with artist Sean Kingston and fellow Cap King Meek Mill. When Kingston was rushed for his chain while partying in a nightclub where both the Game and Meek were in attendance, Kingston was relieved for over $300,000 in jewelry. What happened next will be anyone's guess, as all three artists are known Cap Kings. The Game would claim that Meek contacted the authorities and placed his name in the incident, which would shock Meek, who would conclude this was all because Game had an album coming out called 1992. This would be typical for Game to go after Meek, who was still recovering from a Drake ass whooping.
Yeah, you get body by a singing nigga. I'm not the type of nigga that the type of niggas. Shut down my boss, bitches like the niggas.
To Game, Meek would be easy pickings. Meek wouldn't be impressed by, in his words, the Hollywood actor.
Niggas be talking all that gangster shit. Niggas actors. You heard me? And I got like, what I got on my neck? I'm on the dirt bike. I got like 450 on my neck.
He would challenge the Game to pull up, in which the Game did, grabbing a Philly cheesesteak with no worries. But fooled again. The moment he posted on IG, goons descended on Max chicken steaks.
I came to Max's in because I wanted a steak, for real. But the line too long. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna go against my no beef diet. You know what I'm saying?
Was the Game in here? The Game, the rapper, Game. He was never in here?
Gino.
So the rapper Game, the guy with the beard, tattoos, he was never here. No? OG. Was the rapper Game in here? Was the rapper Game in here? Game. The rapper Game. Was he in here?
Not tonight.
So, of course, this would lead to a back and forth between the two over diss tracks.
See that shit you got with Drake is like a slow leak. Blood'll be dripping like Niagara if I poke me. Nicky won't get no sleep. Every time he go viral, welcome to the West, and this ain't the life of Pablo. Stay on that bullshit, it's gonna start to feel like Chicago.
As I mentioned, this would all be a capathon that would somehow lead to Beanie Siegel getting punched in the mouth by one of Meek's folks. But we'll cover that in another Cap story.
What up, man? It's your boy Kingston.
I'm just cooling, man. Trying to stay positive, work on my new album, come back with good music for my fans, man. I ain't trying to be no more media, no more drama, no nothing.
Surprisingly, Kingston would not be as afraid of Game as he would hope.
Meek, that's my dog. We never had no conversation about nothing. I got real OGs that'll tell you. I ain't even had no, I know the street code. I ain't never even speak to Meek when that shit happened. When that shit happened, I kept it moving. And you know what I mean? Me and him left the club as equal. It was nothing. So at the end of the day, man, it's dead. It ain't about nothing, man.
Jayceon would reply in what looked like a camera audition.
I wonder how many peanut butter and jelly sandwiches Meek had to make your fat jelly bean smuggler to switch up on his Instagram when you know fucking well that you got your ass robbed in the club, ran for all your fucking jury, you ain't do shit. Your nigga sat there and watched you get robbed. You left the club, called my phone, said, "Game, big bro, somebody robbed me. Can you help me get my chains back?" I told your fat that I will fucking see what I can do. Then you got off the fucking phone, called me back 10 minutes later talking about Meek called you and told you that I had you set up and robbed in the club. Then you sued the club, called detectives. Then you called detectives with Meek on the phone, let them speak to Meek, incriminating me and my entourage saying that we fucking robbed you, nigga. They had detectives knocking on my fucking door, nigga, my crib. You a fucking lying ass nigga. And Meek, you know you can't fucking put hands on nobody.
Don't this extortion sound familiar? Who MO is extortion? In the chat, anybody in the chat, I want to think what y'all thinking. Let's go.
You a buster. You can't fight. You ain't gonna shoot shit. So stop fronting for these Instagram followers. I'm fucking you up on sight. Period.
He would jump on Meek's side, claiming the game as well a stripper.
You the same. Your mama was a crook. You a blood. Listen, you fake ass, hoe ass nigga. You a stripper. The whole world know what you about, hoe ass. Trying to sell some albums. How the fuck you look beefing with a pop star, nigga? You know what the fuck happened in the club. Them niggas ran up, hit me in the fucking head with a bottle, nigga. They took off my jewelry. Nobody shot no fade with me. Nobody did nothing. Yeah, I'm a fat nigga. The world know I'm a fat nigga. I went platinum being a fat nigga. Fat nigga is still fucking your bitch, nigga. Anywhere, you buff ass, steroid ass nigga. Going to running Canada every day. 48 of fitness. 48 of fitness. Go take another steroid pill, you hoe ass nigga. You was wearing a thong, nigga. Can't talk to me. I ain't no rapper. I ain't gotta be no street. The world know what you is. You ain't even good in your own city. You gonna change your heart. Shut the fuck you talking about? You a disgrace to the blood. I'm fucking real blood. You hoe ass.
Got murdered by Sean Kingston. That nigga Sean Kingston said, "Nigga, you was wearing a thong, nigga." Then the nigga said you was on change your heart. Nigga, this nigga, hey bro, I ain't finna be beefing with no pop star, my nigga. This ain't gangster. Hey. We better back that up. This was nasty work. Hey, Chuck, you thought you was intimidating that nigga?
You ain't gonna shoot shit. So stop fronting for these Instagram followers. I'm fucking you up on sight. Period.
He would jump on Meek's side, claiming the game as well a stripper.
Yeah, CS.
You the same. Your mama was a crook. You a blood. Listen, you fake ass, hoe ass nigga. You a stripper. The whole world know what you about, hoe ass. Trying to sell some albums. How the fuck you look beefing with a pop star, nigga? You know what the fuck happened in the club. Them niggas ran up, hit me in the fucking head with a bottle, nigga. They took off my jewelry. Nobody shot no fade with me. Nobody did nothing. Yeah, I'm a fat nigga. The world know I'm a fat nigga. I went platinum being a fat nigga. Fat nigga is still fucking your bitch, nigga. Anyway, you buff ass, steroid ass nigga.
No,
going to running Canada every day. 48 of fitness. 48 of fitness. Go take another steroid pill, you hoe ass nigga. You was wearing a thong, nigga. Can't talk to me. I ain't no rapper. I ain't gotta be no street. The world know what you is. You ain't even good in your own city. You gonna change your heart. Shut the fuck you talking about? You a disgrace to the blood. I'm fucking real bloods. You hoe ass.
You the disgrace to
everything you claim for, hoe ass. You 43 years old, still trying to do music, bitch. You 38 and you still rapping.
This situation would end in embarrassment for Mr. Taylor when authorities would state
they went that nigga. They used his own board against 50 against and one on one blood. You 38 and you still rapping. I'm 26, nigga. So is the Doves. They use that because this nigga Sean Kingston say the nigga 40 years old. So you older than 38 now, still rapping. Oh, this is nasty work, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with older rappers, bro. Right now, the older rappers are selling the records and holding hip hop down. UYNs, Very few of y'all know how to make songs. You niggas copy each other's style. Originality gone. Niggas just, it's like a formula. Y'all niggas is following. Let's get back to it. Nasty work.
That the game was never a suspect in the case, calling Cap on the entire story.
You can see here, the game shows a picture, and I want you guys to pay attention to what I'm saying and pay attention to this picture. And this is the game calling out Meek.
Doing a deep dive on the screenshot shared by the game the night he claimed Meek snitched, the image seemed photoshopped.
I want you guys to take a look at this right here. Look at Meek Mill's name in this photo, the screenshot that the game tweeted out. Like, you honestly can tell that it's slanted. Look, it starts from the left and it rises up. The same thing happens with this number here, man.
Let's get
the number is photoshopped as well. Look, it rises up. You can honestly tell that this is Photoshop.
As social media and hip-hop merged, the game would adapt. But he would find the internet isn't that stupid. Jayceon would see the world changing around him, something that could be hard for any of us to handle.
People don't understand, man. And that's why I don't want to be a part of hip-hop no more. Because it just ain't right, man. And hip-hop, it just didn't used to be like this, you know?
He would learn Photoshop and all hell would break loose. How shocking would it be to find out the game isn't comfortable with his body? He wants a BBL. Also attempting to insert himself into a page of the Tupac book, all to no avail.
You photoshopped yourself on someone else and put a picture out with you and Pac. It's Pac, but it's not you.
But the game wouldn't quit, taking himself back to the stripper days. Even showing us his team leadership skills, causing a fight with his own teammate. Becoming a perfect example of flexing gone wrong when he bragged about receiving a preseason Kobe jersey he claimed was from his 81-point game. Tanking his credibility again when folks would find the Lakers had different warm-up jerseys for that day. And then it was the red rose, white ceiling.
I'm in the rapping mood. Anybody can rap. Anybody want to, challenge me?
Got a lot of red on. It's going to be hot. But I don't from the streets, though, because I ain't going to get shot.
You ain't have to come at me like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Now it's my turn. I ain't freestyling in a minute. Let me see. Let's check it. Look. Red rose, white ceiling.
Lysol knows little hands deserve big protection. That's why we're continuing to donate science kits to schools in need and helping protect classrooms by killing 99.9% of germs, keeping kids hands-on and here.
You have a vendor and a partner that operates with excellence is really critical to how we grow.
Failed check-ins and a lack of a BBL would be the least of his worries. He would then try to pull his biggest cat move yet. In 2015, a woman, Priscilla Rainey, filed a lawsuit against Jayceon, alleging S.A.
The point that 3 cameramen walked off set and quit because they got daughters and wives at home, and they said he's a piece of shit. Oh, you didn't know I got to see this footage, but I did. Get out my DMs.
The game called cap on the entire case and failed to appear at any of the court dates, awarding the woman $7.1 million in a default judgment. Game called cap on that as well, stating that she would never get a dime from him. The judge would call cap after years of non-payment, and in 2020, Rainey was given ownership of Game's independent label Prolific and all the royalties from the 2019 album Born to Rap. Then, in December 2023, she was granted rights to the Game's Calabasas mansion to relieve the debt, confiscating the spoils of years of work Game contributed to hip-hop and gangbanging. Financially strapped, he would utilize one of the things in life he was known for, more capping.
But the DM comes up, he'll tell you like, hey man, I see you putting in the work, da-da-da-da-da.
In the midst of his legal situation, he had unsigned rappers cash app him $500 to $1,000 for placement.
That's the go-getter right there, because now you like, man, the game just said I'm putting in work. You like, all right, bet. But that's where he gets you. $750 to get put on a mixtape. And that's all it takes to get somewhere on your level. It's that easy to just jump the ranks to where you at for $750. That sounds amazing. You get what I'm saying? Anybody would think that.
Well, when the mixtape dropped, It was on an anonymous account with 500 followers.
He'll post it, but then after that, it's
no, it wasn't just to post it. I got my shit. I got a song on his mixtape, Game Time Volume 3 or Volume 6. I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. But he definitely had it put on Splitterillo, thatpiff.com, SoundCloud. And it was like, you know how you get the it was on certain playlists, and he posts your songs and videos. So he definitely looked out. These dudes might have got scammed, but when I did business with them, that's not how it worked. And I didn't pay them no $500 or no $1,000. Let's go. I got the receipts. Dead homie.
like once you're on a mixtape, you really don't care no more.
And never made it to Game's mainstream account. But he wasn't done yet. He jacked Chad out of $4,000 he promised in exchange for a verse.
So here's how the rapper The Game scammed me into sending him $4,000 for a verse. So I made a beat for him to rap over, and he was going to record a verse and then send it back to me for $4,000. I thought it was legit because I previously paid him to post one of my new songs in his story.
Yeah, we all did. So I thought it was legit. Don't want to kick him when
so it started back in March of 2022. I sent him $500 a month for 8 months until October of 2022.
The producer threatened legal action, which had The Game shook. And months later, he returned the payment.
So after I sent him the $4,000, it took him 3 months to get back to me. And that's only because I mentioned I had to get a lawyer to get my money back or get the verse. They claim that he's been busy, management got backed up or whatever. And I get it, he's a famous rapper. So I resent him all the payments and everything, and I still haven't heard anything back. And it's been 10 months. So what do you guys think? Do you think this is a scam, or do you think he's going to actually give me my verse?
But hey, Jayceon would finally put his bullying powers to good use, joining Vitaly to search for predators.
What's going on?
Yeah, him and back.
Just wanted to... You just wanted to do what?
I think we should put his head in the toilet.
Bro, you got a sickness, bro. Like, what's going on with you? What's going on in your mind,
bro? Just answer him. Just what's going on through your mind? No one's gonna hurt you if you're being honest with us.
Stop looking down. Look at me. I'm looking at you. So what's going through your mind, bro?
I don't know. I was just...
You tripping, right? You know your decision?
Yeah.
You feel good about it?
No, horrible.
What do you do after this?
From a stripper to a pyro, to a check-in artist to a scam artist, Jayceon Taylor, one of the West Coast's best artists in the 2000s, will always have his spot as one of the most talented artists from the LA area. But what also will always be mentioned is the years of Cap, placing himself as one of the pillars of the Mount Rushmore of Cap, becoming a certified Cap King. Thank you for watching. Please check out other Cap stories in my playlists, including Fat Joe and Snoop Dogg. Well, anyways, you know how we like to end our videos over here at Moxy Approved, right? With that water. I'll see you here next time on Moxy Approved.
Shout out
Add me on X, IG, and TikTok.
Y'all go follow him, man. Moxy Approved came with the content. Dope video. They went and got a gang of receipts. And considering all the gangs been going through, he's really down right now. Just where you at. You can't be a top 10 lyricist in West Coast history and have a boo-boo bunk ass background. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of weird shit. He didn't even mention the butterfly on the eye. He didn't even mention getting knocked out allegedly by Rosemo 700. You know what I'm saying? So really, he niggas stall him out because he claimed he from Cedar Block. Then it's questionable ties with that. Niggas say he was from Santana Block, Compton, Crip first. He was a Crip first. Man, all kind of different weird shit comes up with this nigga. The tongue ring he had got. Let me see. Crackhead Eddie. I'm looking for this video right now about the game that we had did. We have been ran the content, right? And I really want to get back into it. Hit that like button if you're just coming in. You know what I'm saying? SKG, the game. Let me see, where the hell is this game video at? Hey, I told y'all Canelo was gonna get his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? Loose cannon exposed. You could go to a video where I said reacts to Canelo Alvarez versus Manguire. If you go look at that one, I said that when he fought Crawford was gonna win, bro. I called it back then. That was over a year ago. Loose cannon exposed crackhead Eddie. Whack 100. Damn, we had that up on Smoked Out TV. They took my boy Smoked Out channel. Go follow the No Cap Network. Go follow the No Cap Network. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get this thing on Jayceon Taylor. He going out bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I be advocating for him. Want to see him win. Sometime. LA Street Park. Ways to lose the game. Let's get to it. I told y'all it was nasty work. Let me show y'all. That's his business. That's cool. But this dude is going to be tricking money off. Thing that I am going to say.
Deal with. Let Rick Ross have a little fun. It ain't hurting nobody in Compton. You know.
At around, remember guys, man, with the whole, no shade to New York. I fuck with New York heavy when he dropped that disc and a whole bunch of other
Let's get up here real quick. Choruses with box cut.
And game at one.
Dude. A lot of bullshit comes with that dude. A lot of bullshit that a lot of people don't want to be affiliated with. You see what I'm saying? That they don't even want, don't even come sit at my table with that bullshit. So once he aligned himself with this dude, we gotta understand.
Yeah, definitely cornballs.
Rick Ross went at the Canadian clowning him about the way that Kendrick was serving him. Game just decides to take upon himself whether it was ill-advised from his management or whether it was just a decision that he made on his own, which his management should have been smart enough to say, homie, stop. Kendrick from Compton.
Right.
What he doing with that Canadian, stay out of that. Irregardless of whether Rick Ross or anybody else is getting in it, you stay out of it unless you are aligning yourself with our compadre. He chose to take a totally different stance, go against everything and everybody, and say, "Fuck this! I'm going out. The Canadian could get Kendrick, and I'm gonna get this nigga Rick Ross off the Canadian." Man, fuck the Canadian. Let that motherfucker deal with what he deal with. Let Rick Ross have a little fun. It ain't hurting nobody in Compton. You know what I'm saying? But he chose to find himself, so I can understand why there was no invitation extended to him. And then in the interest of saving face, they try to say, oh, well, his girl is pregnant. You know what I'm saying? And he don't want to be that far away from her. Homie, come on, man. Miss me with the bullshit.
Right. Well,
the form ain't that far away. The form ain't that far away. You know what I'm saying? And nine times out of 10, she was staying in the Beverly Hills area to stay close to Cedar Sinai, where all the entertainers want to go and have their babies. You know what I'm saying? So that was really, she was local. You know what I'm saying? So
can you give a shout out right there? You see that on the screen?
Oh, Dominique Mayweather. Hey, what's happening with it? All right. Shout out to the Lynch Mob. You know what I'm saying? Good group of fellas. Good group of fellas there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but It's the dude just been making bad decisions. And those bad decisions, I think, is ill-advised from who he chooses to align himself with. And it's sad to say, but it seemed like the dude just destroying this dude's not only his career, but his finances as well. You know what I'm saying? This dude loses a $7 million mansion. He loses $7 million mansion for what? Because this nigga want to sit up and play 3-card money with this nigga shit. Let's hide it in this. Let's hide it in this LLC, and then we can move it from the LLC to over here to this dummy corporation that me and my wife made up. Then we can move it to the Fifth Amendment. You know what I'm saying? And we can move it over here and over there. And of course, say, you know what? It's enough of this bullshit, man. Give me that house.
Right.
Go on to pay this woman. Cause you want to be you want to be some kind of freak.
Shout out to Cam for the Peace Treaty song during the riots, and he has some other songs. Shout out to Scary X2 in the Bay. I used to mess with a Scary Tough. We was Sellies in YA. But let's get into that while we talk about it, because some people might not know what we're talking about. Can y'all see that? The game in danger of losing the Calabasas mansion. Back in 2016, she got game contestant Priscilla Rainey was awarded a $7 million judgment after successfully suing rapper Game for sexual harassment after accusing him of fondling her during the taping of his reality dating competition show. Click here if you missed that. Priscilla targets Game's Calabasas mansion in her latest effort to collect from allhiphop.com. According to court documents obtained by All Hip Hop, Rainey served the Game and manager, Whack 100, in hopes of seizing the rapper's property. A process server sent the notice of levy, writ of execution, and more to the Game and Whack 100 on Rainey's behalf in June. Rainey targeted a house in Calabasas, California. Both men were listed at the same address. Rainey accused the Game of transferring his home's deed to Whack 100 to prevent her from seizing it. All Hip Hop previously reported on Rainey subpoenaing the Game's kids' school district for proof of residence and attendance records in her collection efforts. She already seized his publishing and label. So this is what brought us here today. We just talked to y'all about the height of a A-list celebrity rapper for the West Coast, California, Stand Up. And he went from this top to beefing with 50 Cent, Jay-Z, and a list of over. Y'all remember the GU campaign? Shit, 300 bars and running was gas. 15 minutes, aired out their whole crew. Shout out my nigga Spider-Loke. Spider-Loke in the chat. Shout out my nigga Spider-Loke. But we didn't list Spider-Loke as a death row rep. Nah, it's saying that the loan, he might have got a $2 million loan, right? But as a mansion only owes $180,000 right now in default judgment. What a fall from grace, so y'all can hear it. He can't get right now. Well, as of last month, that Calabasas home is in Cash Jones' name. It is in default, and it's in default for $180,000. Whack 100 and the Game neither has come up with the $180,000 because that's all that owned. If he did that, he'll be within his mortgage payments on time and everything. So now, did he get a loan before that for $2 million off the house and invest in some other shit and flip that nigga money? I definitely can see him doing that because he just got a loan on Blueface while Blueface still in the pen. Talking about he need that money to make sure Blueface safe in the pen. Nasty work. Headline the tour. There's no way a A-list artist that has classic albums and a bunch of other chart-topping songs shouldn't be able to headline his own tours at this point in his career. His career just going down. He already had paid about, I think she said she only got like $500,000 in royalties, right? And I guess he was moving the money from his account and the ownership of the house to Fifth Amendment, which is Cash Jones and Kimberly Jones' company. Moving ownership and money into transferring all of this as if the game owed them this kind of money and this is how he was paying the debt or whatever. Well, this girl got some good lawyers, and that's illegal. It's punishable, a crime. It's punishable up to a year in prison, even though it's not that much time in prison because it's like a white-collar crime, but up to a year in prison. And WAC 100 testified, hey, we finna get them transcripts CS2 back because I know under pressure you already showed us before that you gonna point the finger at somebody else to deflect from your actions and participation. But he testified in his hearing as he was also listed as a party. WAC testimony there was so damning. The plaintiff listed him and let the court know she only got about $500,000 in royalties, and that she wanted to target this estimated $7 million mansion in Calabasas, and that they just did a 3-car Molly trick and moved the ownership thinking they wouldn't have to pay him. Well, that just let us know that WAC 100 really ain't as smart as he claimed to be. He's not a hashtag thinker. How do you think Deuce and Diamond was able to swindle him up out that money? I've been telling y'all he ain't that smart. But for some reason, the game is still shackled to this dude, man.
Shackled is crazy.
Bro, he's shackled to this dude. And everybody's been murmuring in the streets, online, social media, that he doesn't like a lot of the stuff that CS2 back be doing, all of the unnecessary beefs that he caused with prominent people in the entertainment industry, as well as prominent members in the communities throughout Los Angeles, Texas, Jay Prince, Jay Diggs in the Bay Area. And they said the only reason he's still messing with WAC is because WAC got his money. He's attached to him at the hip financially. And now it make me think, like, I wonder if he lined the game up with the brawl.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
just to get the money in the account, just to get the money in his name and the assets.
Man, that's
dude crazy.
Bro, this dude, he's that type of person. He's the bottom of the barrel. He's a gatekeeper, and he's narcissistic as fuck. He don't care about nobody else. And don't forget, he's one of the greatest tricks on the internet. He gonna pay for him to bust it open. Hey, shout out Mama Lisa. He had us. How old is Mama Lisa? 60-something?
Busting nothing open.
Hey, bust it open. He got this 60-year-old woman, essentially granny
not the
porn.
60-year-old woman.
60-something, bro. Essentially granny porn. She say he got her calling FaceTime and got her busting it open. Like he want to lick the wrinkles up out that thing or something. This man's sick. We already know he's a sexual deviant, like 3 fingers in his rectum, and he want to come hither motion with the 3 fingers. That's his business. That's cool. But this dude is going to be tricking money also with trying to live this lifestyle, trying to keep up with the Joneses. Obviously, he's a consumer, a major consumer. He runs through money. So when times get drastic, my dad taught me this. When times get drastic, desperate measures call for drastic, desperate times calls for drastic measures. And essentially that's what happened. I believe that this man lined him up to get him in a compromising position to have leverage to come play the hero and then work him up out of everything that he got, bro. So y'all don't have to believe him. Yeah, he damn sure working him. And he don't really care about his artists. Let's get to the content. So y'all got that article. We're gonna close that out, and I'm gonna pull this up, man. Because
while you pulling that up, could I I just want to put one thing on your mind. Reggie Wright did the same type of shit to Suge when he swindled Suge out of the shit. and it's mighty funny that him and CS2 Back is real good bed buddies. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden now the game is getting swindled. I hope he opened his eyes before it's too late, man.
For real. And he fake that fake love shit. He act like he care about him and he gonna do this and do that. And he just let his whole career go down. Let's look at his other artists. Ray J says he's suicidal and locked in a false reality after an incident at the BET Awards. Ray J
he just want to kill himself.
He want to kill himself, bro. And mental health is a real thing. Everybody go to activechucks.com. That's with 2 S's on our website. That's part of our mission statement for our charitable wing, Active Chuck charitable organization. But Ray J claimed he is suicidal in a social media post shared following an altercation at the BET Awards after party. I'm really at a breaking point, the singer, 43, wrote in a lengthy statement shared via his Instagram story on Monday, July the 1st. To provide for my family and have generational wealth was always the plan. But money is evil and people are bad and I can't take it no more. Exclamation point. He added, this shit that is happening is mind-blowing. It's making me suicidal and uncomfortable with the perception of reality. Ray J was involved in a physical altercation with Zeus Network CEO Lemuel Plummer. I hope I said that right. Outside of rapper Lemuel Plummer, outside of rapper Glorilla's BET Awards after party on Sunday night. Footage shared online showed the two men locked in an intense conversation before Ray J attempted to swing at Plummer. Ray J was then blocked by security and removed from the situation. Us Weekly has reached out to reps for both Ray J and the BET Awards for comments. These chain of reactions are stemming from being locked in a false reality, confused about this whole life. Ray J continued in his post. The shit that happened tonight to me at the awards today was hurtful. Ray J claimed that BET locked him out of the award show as well. I don't know who they didn't want me to see. It was weird. He said, anyway, I left and went back to silence my frustrations. Flashing back to my everyday thought of my life, the truth that's given is a lie. He further shared that he is on his way out of the country. They had locked him up on a suicide watch for a minute. The Love and Hip Hop star also took the time to apologize to his sister Brandy, promising he would make it right and that he won't let them get away with it in his cryptic message. They paid me to shut up and I did. I feel bad and I hate myself for it. I don't want any more of your dirty money, he wrote. I promise you I will be free of it all and the world can move on with what is real for me, no matter the consequences I have to face on the other side. Ray J concluded his post by saying, I try to do it for the real last time. The incident on Sunday came amid Ray J's divorce from Princess Love. In April, he responded to her divorce filing with a request for joint legal and physical custody of his and Love's two children, daughter Melanie 5 And
Let's get
Son
some lights
Epic
up if you
4.
just coming in.
Hey, we got a
Like
super
that.
chat. Hold on 1 second, brother.
Go ahead.
Give me 1 second. We got a super chat. We got All Things Poppin' TV, NYC. Relly told CS2, fuck Blueface, and he said, I don't give a fuck. Hey, one thing about it, All Things Poppin' TV, we appreciate the $2 super chat, man. We appreciate any and everything y'all send our way. Humbly, respectfully, thank you. Blessings to you and your family. Yeah, man, he probably did say fuck Blueface. He don't give a fuck about nobody. If you notice, everybody that he deals with, as far as his artistry, all them niggas in jail, man. They in jail and he's out of jail. But it's crazy because all his artists in jail and everybody he done dealt with goes to jail, and then he bails out or tries to bail out snitches. So hand in hand, brother, hand in hand.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick. Everybody take a moment to reach out and share this with at least 2 of your friends. Let's get these numbers up, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not happy with the audience numbers, man. Pump this shit up, man. Send it to 2 or 3 of your friends. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs to be aware of what's going on with this ratchet motherfucker.
Yeah, this is nasty work.
Man, most definitely.
Ray J also dealing with that with his kids, man. So as much as his association with this rat bastard kind of pushes me away from wanting to support him, those kids is innocent. That's their father, that's their provider, that's supposed to be their protector. And right now, he can't even protect himself from himself. Right? This is a sad situation, bro. You know what I'm saying? And whatever he's going through, his next move, for every action, there's a reaction. It's going to directly affect his loved ones, Brandy, his mama, his momager, and it's going to affect those kids. So yeah, man, I'm cheering you on, Ray J. Definitely, I'm cheering you on. I hope that situation don't end for the worst.
Thank you,
because
Miss
it's going to
Lisa.
affect those kids. You know what I'm saying?
For the cash app.
So
Miss Lisa with the
let's get
cash
into
app.
how CS2 back really don't give a fuck or 2 shits about his artists. Let's go.
Damu Kiwe Conversations.
And you know the crazy thing? The boy
Hold on.
Okay.
So Ray J suicidal. Whack 100 says to Ray J, jump, get it over with. As Ray J contemplating suicide. Whack 100, jump, get it over with. We don't play like this on Pyro. This is who the game is dealing with. This how he feel about his artist.
Well, salute.
And they still dealing with this dude. He wasn't even, let's get into this real quick, right? He has done nothing to assist Ray J in his career musically. Ray J's biggest hit, One Wish, and his Sexy Canna was through Deja 34. At that time, Whack 100 was just Ray J's security guard or bodyguard. I interviewed Mark Stevens, who was co-CEO and business partner with Shaquille O'Neal on Deja 34 label. He gave Whack 100 a position as Ray J's bodyguard because he's out in Atlanta and E1 office was in New York, and Ray J claims he's a Paru. Whack said he a Paru. For Whack plugging them with Suge to get Ray J out of his contract, or they say it wasn't really a contract. Suge just worked them and got paid, then tried to double back and get paid again by snatching Ray J up. But whatever the case may be, Whack 100 was able to get Mark Stevens at the table with Suge to get Ray J. So the One Wish and the Sexy Can I, his biggest hits weren't even done with Whack 100. Same thing with The Game. His biggest hits were not done with Whack 100 as his manager. Whack so grimy, he tried to double back when he became Ray J manager and collect royalties off of Sexy Can I for Mark Stevens and all of them. They shut it down, but you could imagine how they began to look at Whack 100's intentions when they hired him and gave him a job, even as a bodyguard. You know what I'm saying? Putting him in the entertainment business when Suge himself, a Paru, seen enough from him to know that he didn't want him at death row. Whack never had a death row chain. Puntry did. A lot of other people did. He didn't. Hey, hold on. So this is how Whack.
You got to understand, he wasn't there in the heyday though. He was not there in the heyday. He was not at Death Row when Death Row was the shit. He came when Death Row was on a decline, on his way to damn near being obsolete. You know what I'm saying? When he was at Death Row was not Death Row. It was not the Death Row of the 90s. He was there to Death Row of the early 2000s. You know.
Well, he was at Death Row, but he wasn't a Death Row employee. He was an employee of Right Way Security. Remember, Reggie Wright Jr. brought him on because Suge didn't want to put him on. He admits that. When Suge didn't want to put him on, Reggie Wright Jr. brought him in. Whack 100 was put on by ex-dirty cop and another confidential informant, federal confidential informant, Reggie Paraplegic Wright Jr. So don't lose sight of that. But yeah,
you talking about Teresa's ex-husband?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, good question. How you doing, Miss Lisa? All right, let me see. And then we gonna go to this other shit, man. Cause I don't think that, I mean, when you making a business decision, you gotta really be hiring, especially in the music industry, hiring the right manager can make or break your career. So you got him don't give a fuck about his artists, not helping to take them out, fucking up the game whole career. And then look at this. Let's get to this real quick. I want y'all to see this shit. This is what happened when you make that bad decision about hiring a manager. Rapper, Savvy Third. This is TMZ. You ain't heard us. A new single, bringing unity within the community. None of that. Y'all see this, Diamond? Yeah?
Yeah, I can see it, bro.
So Savvy Third, another person managed by Whack 100. LA rapper Savvy Third won't be getting trick or treats on Halloween. Instead, he'll be in court for an arrest. Cops say he bolted out of a studio session with over $3,000 worth of equipment. Burbank police sources tell TMZ Hip Hop $3,000 worth of equipment. Savvy was recording inside Royal Rehearsal Studio Wednesday night before he allegedly stole a speaker, mic, Mac hard drive, and a monitor, and a few other pieces of equipment. We're told officers detained the ex-Cash Money record artist and his entourage in the back of the studio's parking lot. Savvy, whose government name is Tyrus Washington, identified himself as Johnny Lee Brown, according to cops. The fake name didn't help. Police searched Savvy and say they found what they believe to be methamphetamines on him. So the boy is on Christina Aguilera. They also allegedly have codeine cough syrup. So now he's off the walkie. He's off the methamphetamines. He's no longer a Cash Money West artist. It is no more Cash Money West. And this is what the position that Wack left him. He ain't got him in rehab, nothing. Evidence of identity theft and the studio equipment. Savvy was arrested and booked into Burbank jail. They didn't discover the fake name until they fingerprinted the rapper, and they also found an active warrant for a probation violation under his real name. Before his arrest, Savvy's final Instagram story shows a bottle of Lockhart promethazine. He off the walkie, my nigga. Codeine and several bottles of Figo soda. It's unclear if these are the bottles cops allegedly found in his car. The investigation is ongoing, and Savvy's due in court October 31st. No costume required.
He's off the Wakiana.
Damn. Have him leaning like a walkie.
Oh, shit.
Another artist that he's dealing with, that he's dealt with, messed off his career, and Savvy is hard as fuck to me, bro. He is,
bro. He is.
I don't like a lot of these younger artists' music. You know what I'm saying? But he's one of them. He got like 7-8 bangers that I listened to and got on rotation, bro. His style, the way that his delivery, you know what I'm saying? And now he's a drug.
I got the $1 million question. I got the $1 million question.
Go
Deuce.
ahead. Yeah.
It's been a very long time since you've seen Birdman anywhere near this weirdo. Why is that?
Damn.
The $1 million question. The $1 million question. Has Birdman pushed this sucker to the side? Because he damn sure ain't had him around.
Yeah. I think he found out about the CS2 back shit. I remember after I exposed it, Birdman brother reacted to it. You know what I'm saying? And based on, his paperwork, they from New Orleans, that ain't my business. I didn't want to react to it, promote it or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But he reacted to it. So Birdman brother already knew about it. I'm quite sure he found that as integral information that his brother should know dealing with this dude. You know what I'm saying? Since then, that's been about a year and a half now. I exposed that paperwork.
Hey man, it's been quite a while since
together yet.
Yeah, it's been quite a while.
He say he Cash Money West. Shout out to the Crip Cop. He must believe CS2 back. Christopher Love, boy. Hey, what real quick? Hey, 600.
What up?
hey, check this out, 600. How is you signed to Cash Money West if it is no more Cash Money West?
Well, y'all know how that go. We got it in the metaverse. You know what I'm saying? It's where we wanted to go. Where we wanted it. It's in our mind. You niggas is busters.
You niggas is busters. Hey, but Chucks, see, we don't do no copy and pasters. You know what I'm saying? But Chuck want to be my friend, right?
He love the Chuck.
Man, I don't know what's up with this nigga. He got them titties hanging everywhere. Blood make me uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, another nugget to chew on, man. The boy Jason Lee, he made allegations that the boy CS2 Bank had lined the girl Krishan Rock up to get arrested that day at court just to get her away from Blueface.
Oh, I heard some about it, but didn't get it. What you remember about that?
Man, the boy, allegations from the boy Jayceon Lee, and Jayceon Lee seemed to be close to old CS2 back. He might really got his back.
I heard he bought Jayceon Lee a poodle or something, like some kind of little dog or something.
Little doggy,
Wait,
little doggy.
Yeah.
What's up with these niggas buying like, it's nothing wrong with looking out for your people, but when you start buying pink Lambos and little puppies,
that's what it is, you know, motherfuckers, motherfuckers want tinker toys.
Hey, listen, I guess he more comfortable with his manhood than me, because I am not gifting a publicly gay man a dog as a gift. Hey, listen, my nigga, I guess he more comfortable with his manhood than me, because I don't know too many men that's gifting gay men poodles and shit, right?
Think about this, dude. A nigga willing to sit on a motherfucking phone, asshole naked, and argue with grown ass man, and have 3 fingers in his finger. That lets you know right there something that's oddly wrong with that individual. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when you look at stuff like that, and you look at the facts and the track record of this man, you already know what it is, bro.
Yeah, I pretty much concluded he had questionable sexual preferences, and he's a sexual deviant. But hey, what he's doing in his bedroom, that's his business, man. I don't want no parts of it. Mr. Bonafide,
Jayceon Lee Hunt
sure did mess up the game career. Got him beefing with his brother. Shout out Big Face Honey. And got the world questioning his gangster, since CS2 is a mark himself. Yeah, they say birds of a feather flock together. And if
show me your company, I'll tell you who you are.
Yeah. So look at this shit. We go to another artist, managed by CS2 back. Rapper Blueface busted for gun possession in Hollywood. Rapper Blueface was arrested early Saturday on gun charges. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ. Blueface was driving with a few people at around 3:15 in the morning, but was stopped by cops in the heart of Hollywood at the intersection of Sunset and Vine. Police say Blueface was pulled over because he was driving with a car that had an expired registration. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Yo, you ain't managing and making sure that your client is in the best position to win. You know that because of associations with you, that he might be targeted even more than the average rapper do, right? He has a big mouth. He always calling people out for fade, and he got expired registration. A platinum artist. This shit is crazy, bro. Niggas don't give a fuck about niggas.
Nasty work. Hey, look, you know what? I gotta say this. The reason why we see this is because his priorities has been excluded, because as you see, he'd rather be a gossip diva on the internet all day. First off, not supporting his artists the way he's supposed to, not promoting them the way he's supposed to, on top of not getting get back for his brother the way he's supposed to, not standing on business and being the snitch in the CS2 a confidential source 137 like he's been. Like, if y'all don't see his whole management skills is trash, but yet just a little birdie in my ear just said that he's trying to sign another youngster out of LA. Hey, brother, my advice, don't do it. That 50,000 he trying to offer you, don't do it. You want to know why? When you turn deals down like that, you stand on morals and principles, and you don't follow the track record and the trail mix of this bullshit that this nigga putting his hand in a bowl of nuts. You understand what I'm saying? This nigga's bro. He's taking nuts and playing with them. You want your representation to be like this individual, on top of the representation of his artists is all locked up, incarcerated, on jail, on drugs, and with no motherfucking registration? Come on, man. And come on, man.
Losing $7 million mansions.
Come on, man. Like,
When do people look at the business ethical sides of it and stop saying, well, whack CS2 back, he know this person, he could put me on. All he got to do is beef with him. And no, bro, none of that shit is worth it, bro. None of that shit is worth it. Even him shouting you out, it's not worth it. He shout out snitch families and doing all kind of weird shit because he needs that associate. It seems like all the rats is uniting and everybody cool with it, but they're not looking at the business and the ethical parts of these individuals, the characterisms and what they stand for morally. When the business is bad, everything else is bad. If he's a snitch and he's a rat and you just choose to do business with him, what happens when the business go bad? With certain artists that he deal with now, when the business is going bad, now what? You get what I'm saying? It's like, you can't say it's only business when his business is trash. Right. Look at the fucking track record. His business has been trash all across the fucking board. And niggas is like, well, it's momentary fame. Y'all niggas need to wake up and get out of that motherfucking, that la la land mentality because you see him on the platform and see him with certain individuals. Get up out of that shit, man, and wake the fuck up before you get stuck like Blueface and all the other artists that he's supposed to be representing, and their representation is trash and ain't going nowhere.
It's not just the artists that's around him that's getting fucked over and finding themselves in jail. Look at all the little clubhouse chicks that he's affiliated with and getting caught up out of town. You done had numerous females get caught up out of town as well as males. Lena and her baby daddy end up, both of them, get the dime dropped on them from California.
A confidential source. A
confidential source. Dropped the dime on them. Got them caught up with all that work.
But they said, I made fake paperwork and he ain't a confidential source. I told them, believe what you want to believe. Yeah.
Too many ducks is lining up, man. Too many ducks is lining up.
And what's the nexus that connects them all, though?
CS2 back.
Now look at this. This shit get even uglier for Blueface, right? He riding around dirty with the burner, right? He got blick on him. The car has expired registration tags. The cops ran a computer check and found he was also driving on a suspended license. So this nigga ain't got no valid driver license. His tags on his car is expired, and he got blinked with him with a few people at 3 a.m. on Sunset and Vine, bro. This how this.
What kind of manager? What kind of manager got his artists out here with no license? You can't get the boy a driver? God damn, man. Just fucking up all these dudes' lives.
So that wasn't the worst of it. Blueface was. Can you hear me? Yeah, hold on. Yeah, that wasn't the worst of it. Blueface was ordered out of the vehicle and cops searched inside and found a loaded firearm in the center console. He was arrested for possession of a concealed firearm in a vehicle. The others in the car were not arrested. Maybe if this nigga wasn't on the internet starting all of these beefs and slandering people's names and shit, that team he always talk about, oh, see, my team, y'all think my team is just some little pushovers. Well, maybe you're supposed to put your team to take care and protect the bag. Blueface is your artist and the bag. On top of that, Savvy is the bag and your artist. They make intellectual property that you get budget for to keep the money coming in. Why wouldn't you protect the quarterback, bro? You worried about protecting yourself because you done ratted on some niggas. Because you got all this shit going on in community across the United States. Niggas is looking for your ass. Now you a gerbil staying up in the house and scared to come out without an army. That's a miserable living, bro. That's a miserable mind state. You've created your own prison. a cyber prison, bro. Your only freedom is on Clubhouse, on the internet. This shit nasty work, man. I think we got one more, man, and then we gonna get into the comments. This shit nasty work, bro.
Yeah, dudes that kind of go back to what we was talking about with his new artist. You know, show you bad management, bad artists, and with the position your management put you in. This idiot be invited, starting beef, and be invited real gangster niggas to a studio to catch the fade or have a shootout or whatever. You know who be in that studio, man? These little young kids.
Speak on it.
Them niggas don't be no more than 18, 19 years old. You put them kids in harm's way, homie. By inviting real gangster niggas that you start shit with, come to Beckham Ave. You go to Beckham Ave studio, nigga, you're going to see some 19 and 20-year-old kids in that motherfucker.
What I remember, what tell me this, G-Mac, shout out G-Mac for Pacoima. When you was messing with him, you used to be up at that studio regularly, right?
Right.
How often was he there? Was he there regularly?
Yeah, he was there regularly, but that nigga he'll hang in the office with the 30 cameras and the metal steel door.
Wait.
Leave us on the outside, nigga.
Hey, he behind a metal steel door on Beck Avenue, starting all this shit, sending them out here after he invited these kids out of the inner city who got dreams of fame and rapping and music and money. Salute, shout out Buffalo. He's going to assist them in getting that goal. They're in the studio trying to record, and he's inviting them while he hides behind the steel.
Welcome,
JSB. Be sure to subscribe, brother. And somebody come through that motherfucker with a couple chopsticks, and they end up hitting everybody that ain't got nothing to do with the fuck shit he done got started. Talk about throw a rock and hide your hand.
Exactly.
That's sad, man. We gonna get into this last one, man, and we
Midnight,
gonna
what
get into
up?
the chat, man. This shit is nasty work.
Whack
Rapper
knees and
Blueface
all
arrested for
and
robbery while at Las Vegas. Now this is another artist, platinum artist, that he got that's in jail for a robbery. Las Vegas, Nevada. The musician known as Blueface, aka Jonathan Porter, was arrested Wednesday for a charge of robbery as he was in the courthouse for a separate case of attempted murder, according to court records. He out here on the front line, and he's doing robberies. Porter, 26, is a Los Angeles-based rapper, previously arrested in connection to an October 8th, 2022 shooting in the 6300 block of Hughes Center Drive. On Wednesday, Porter was due to appear in court on charges of attempted murder with a deadly weapon and discharging a gun. While he was in the courthouse, he was arrested for the robbery charge. The details of the charge were not available as of Wednesday. According to Clark County Detention Center website, he is being held on $20,000 bond for the charge. His next hearing will be Thursday for the robbery charge and June 14th. This is a platinum artist that when they asked him, hey, Blueface, what was the deal that you signed with Whack 100? Was it a 360 deal? He said, I don't know. You got to ask Whack.
No, he didn't.
I swear to God, bro. He said he doesn't know what kind of deal he signed with Whack. You got to ask Whack. He didn't have proper representation, a lawyer advocating on his behalf to ensure that he wouldn't have to rob anybody. He'll be able to have generational wealth and accumulate it with the success of a platinum album. With Tatiana went platinum. He got the remix with Cardi B. That shit went platinum. and he's robbing people. He doesn't have enough money to hire armed security to protect him. He's catching gun cases. This is the position that this manager has put Blueface, Savvy Third, a young man, and the gang. Let's get into the comments, man. Let's see what they talking about, and we're gonna hear from Clubhouse, the moderators and people on stage. If you in the goo, you want to come up, raise your hand. We're gonna free the goo. We want to get interactive with this conversation, see how y'all think about it. ETE family, salute, champ, salute. Energetic, Rat Poison. Yeah.
What up? What's cracking, y'all?
What up? What up, Duke? Where you at with it?
I ain't doing nothing, just chilling out. This Duke from Inglewood, chilling in, checking in with y'all.
Oh, salute to Inglewood, man. Inglewood always up to no good, man. You heard the show. What you think about the game going from sugar to shit, man?
Yeah, man, just like how you broke it down, everything adds up, bro. Like even with his other artist, True Card, like it's just a bad look, bro. And then especially like with Game, it's just a lot of bad stuff and the stigma that come with him. And I guess like in his little room or his little chat rooms, he got like all the little minions and people following him and shit like that. But bro, you made some real life sense, homie. Like Clubhouse is his little prison or whatever. So he, people like that, you just gotta let them live in their own misery.
Salute. Hey, that's a fact, man. Hey, Duke, man, thanks for the feedback, man. That shit is nasty. I didn't even speak on True Card. True Card dope as fuck. And he ain't even, how he gonna blow y'all up when he can't even blow these dudes up that's dope as hell? That shit is crazy. Okay. What up, Slick? Look, we're gonna cut that. We're gonna chop that one right there. So this is the position Wack got the game. So not only have he done all this weird clown shit, you know what I'm saying? Especially when he was a representative of the West Coast of this gangster shit. This was the doctor's advocate, right? So I'm just saying, hey, I got something for y'all real quick. Let me get this other content.
The fuck you think you playing with, little boy?
I talked to dogs. And I think, wait. And I think Mark tried to set the three-way up.
You all hoes for that. 600 a hoe. Wack is a hoe. Reggie is a hoe. You all hoes for that. You all hoes for that. This the story of a plant at death row since way back. Wrecked you right with his spawn, so you know Wack's a rat. 2006 until sad was the murder's act. Who's Wax? Brother 2025, still no get back. So Bobby Jones gets the rental, him and Cash is in the catalog. Speeding through Real Texas, got cracked with 3 straps. Transferred to Beemore, Texas, on Fed hold, this all facts. This is when Wack first told that rat, is a hoe for that. Reggie Ash was not to trust, he could get him off the gas. Introduced him to deep breathe, the plea to see his 2 back. Caught on a way with Money Ma, dope dog could smell a rat. From afar says box 1 sour, tried to get him on the jack. The dog ain't go for that, Wax a hoe for that. You hoes bet. 600 a hoe. Whack is a hoe. Reggie is a hoe. You all hoes for that. You all hoes for that.
A dose of reality TV.
600 the police. I'm CS2 back. I'm not tripping that because CS2 back is working out for me financially on the legal side. I'm not tripping.
It's the story of a blunt, a dead round since way back. Reggie White Privet is born, so you know wax a rat. 2006 in Tulsa was the murder sack. Who's wax? Brother 2025, still no get back. So Bobby Jones gets the rental, him and Cash is in the Cadillac. Speeding through Wheeler, Texas, got cracked with 3 straps. Friends of Topino, Texas, on Fed hold, this all facts. This is when Wack first told that rat is a hope for that. Reggie Ash was not distressed, he can get him off the gas. Introduced him to Dupree, the brother CS2 back. Caught on a wallet with money muck, till dog could smell a rat. From afar says box 1, sorry, tried to get him on the jack. Till dog ain't go for that. Wax a hoe for that.
Shout out Cali.
You all hoes for that.
600 so Whack is a hoe.
600 a hoe. Whack is a hoe. Reggie is a hoe. You all hoes for that. You all hoes for that.
The game is a hoe.
You all hoes for that.
All right, we gonna cut that one there. Shout out my brother, Dose of Reality TV, the homegirl Cali. Y'all gonna run that up on the Dose of Reality TV. Cali is coming with some more hits. Give us a couple weeks. We'll be releasing that one soon, maybe tomorrow, on all major platforms. Let's get to this content. My brother, No Cap Network. Shout out to the No Cap Network. Exposed in court. The No Cap Network exposes CS2 back. So we did get into some CS2 back shit. But this has only been out a couple hours. Let's get to it.
Here gonna shake the block. We diving straight into court paper.
Damu Kiwe Conversations going to DC, bro.
CS2 back, looking real spooky. Now this ain't no hearsay. This ain't a rumor off Clubhouse. This straight from them official documents. And we gonna read it word for word, then break it down in plain DC slang so everybody can see what's really going on. We talking about affirmative defenses, reputational harm, and Wack pointed all 10 fingers at Lamonte Duse MS Sims. But here's the kicker. Inside them same papers, the words substantial truth pop up. Y'all know what that mean? That mean the defense basically saying, yeah, what was said might sting, but it's true enough to stand. So here's how we rocking. First, the paperwork gonna be read. Then I'ma cut in with the savage breakdown, no sugarcoating. We gonna do this page by page, reaction by reaction, till the full picture come out. So buckle up, grab your popcorn, and type in the chat right now, Wack exposed. Cause by the end of this, you gonna see why the streets call him CS2 back.
Who are you? You. No, not me, you. Yes, I am you. Just answer the questions. Who are you? I have told you. Are you deaf? No, you is blind. I'm not blind, you blind. That is what I just said. You just said what? I did not say what. I said you. That's what I'm asking.
Y'all go run that up to No Cap Network.
You. Yes? Not you, him. What's your name? Me. Yes, you. I am me. He's me. And I'm you. And I'm about to whoop man, because I'm sick of playing games. You, me, everybody around here. Him.
Affirmative defenses
First affirmative defense. Failure to state a cause of action. The complaint fails to state a cause of action upon which relief may be granted. Second affirmative defense. Substantial truth. Plaintiff's claims are barred in whole or in part because statements allegedly made by or attributed to the defendant were substantially true and defendant had reasonable grounds for believing the truth of the statements. Third affirmative defense. Unclean hands. Plaintiff's claims are barred in whole or in part by the doctrine of unclean hands. Fourth affirmative defense. Waiver. Plaintiff's claims are barred in whole or in part by the doctrine of waiver. Fifth affirmative defense. Equitable estoppel. This answering defendant is informed and believes, and thereon alleges, that each and every cause of action in the complaint is barred by reason of acts, omissions, representations, and courses of conduct by plaintiff, by which defendant were led to their detriment, thereby barring, under the doctrine of equitable estoppel, any causes of action asserted by the plaintiff. Sixth affirmative defense. Contributory negligence. Plaintiff's potential recovery is limited to the extent he himself was negligent and contributed as a proximate and legal cause to his own injury and damages. Seventh affirmative defense. Apportionment. To the extent the matters complained of in the complaint were proximately caused, in whole or in part, by the conduct of persons or entities other than this answering defendant, plaintiff's recovery, if any, must be diminished or reduced by apportionment.
Hit that like button if you just coming in. Hey, Fantasy Bambi.
Wrong number and they won't even be mad at you. They just, hello? No, I'm sorry. No Shaquita here. Well, what number did you dial? No, it's a 9, not a 7. We'll try it. If it doesn't work, call me back.
All right, so let's break this down the no cap way. Y'all just heard the whole first page, right? 7 defenses, all in big legal words. But let me decode it DC style. Simple, so everybody catch it. First thing you notice, the very top defenses, failure to state a cause of action. That's basically the lawyer saying, yo, judge, even if everything this dude claims was true, it still don't add up to a case. That's like if somebody said you stole their shoes, and instead of saying, I didn't steal them, you say, even if I did, you can't sue me for that. See how sideways that sound? Off the rip, that ain't a clean denial.
Scott, what up?
Now the second one, the one that matters, substantial truth. This right here is what's making the streets side-eye whack heavy, because that defense only makes sense if what was said about you got some real truth in it. A lawyer don't put that in by accident. They saying, even if he called you a snitch, the reason we can't be liable is because what was said was basically true. Let that sink in. That's not me talking. That's in his own paperwork. Now they keep it rolling. Unclean hands. That's another fancy way of saying the plaintiff dirtied himself up, so he can't come to court and cry foul. Meaning if you got mud on your shoes, you can't be mad somebody pointed it out. Slim, that's a cold way to try and flip the case back. Then waiver. That's basically the lawyer saying he gave up his rights somewhere along the way. Waiver in the street means you folded, you surrendered your leverage. Why is that in
My
there?
bad.
Because they hoping the court says Cash already knew the risk of filing this case. Equitable estoppel. Big word, simple meaning. It's saying, yo, you acted a certain way and we believed it. So now you can't flip and say the opposite. Imagine telling everybody, I don't care if y'all call me names for 2 years, then suing when somebody call you a name. The defense is like, nah, you can't play both sides. Contributory negligence. That's wild here. That's saying if he lost business, money, or safety, it's partly his own fault. Like you contributed to your own downfall. So he's suing saying he lost bags because people called him CS2, but his own defense is saying maybe he messed himself up too. Again, optics ugly. Finally, apportionment. That's the classic spread the blame move. If this defamation ain't all on us, then maybe some of it on somebody else. That's like being in a fight, and instead of saying, I didn't swing, you pointing at the crowd like they hit too. Man, the streets ain't rocking with that kind of defense. So let's add it up. Whack 100, Cash McElroy Jones, files this lawsuit saying, I'm not a snitch. Y'all ruined my name. World Star pushed lies. But then the very first paper the lawyers send in says, even if it was true, we not guilty. That's wild. Because think about this. If somebody called me a rat and I knew it was false, my paperwork would scream, that's a lie, period. Not, well, maybe it's true, but you still can't sue us. This is
Right,
where that
Fantasy
substantial
Bambi.
truth clause turns into a street nightmare. Because you can argue law all day, but the hood don't care about doctrine. The hood cares about vibes. And the vibe when you read this is simple. Why does your own paperwork sound like you halfway admitting what the internet's saying? And here's the kicker. Remember back in 2022, Wack himself was online claiming Duse Sims had snitch paperwork. He dragged Sims' name through the mud, never produced nothing, just talk reckless. Now fast forward, and who's the one in court with lawyers leaning on truth as a defense while the streets call him CS2? That's karma, plain and simple. This first page alone sets the tone. It don't matter if the case gets tossed or not. Once the words substantial truth live next to your name, the block gonna read that as confirmed. You can call it lawyering, you can call it technical defenses, but to the people watching, it looked like Wack protecting himself with paperwork instead of proving his innocence with receipts.
He gotta bring his word.
Lawyers argue in court, but reputations.
See, shout out to World Star Hip Hop. See, Wack wants to take it to court, thinking he was gonna bluff World Star. World Star ain't just finna give this nigga no motherfucking money when they know he a rat. You know what I'm saying? They took the video down once they realized what it was, and because it was substantially true, they saying they is not finna get this nigga no bag. He gonna have to fight. So fight's gonna start with discovery. CS2 thought La 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 Monte was a victim. Oh yeah, man. Deuce, all this time I didn't realize what was exposed a few years ago. It just now started clicking. Wait, what you talking about? Fantasy Bambi? What you just now starting to get? Hold on. So, Steffi Weffy. Hey, Steffi Weffy. So, you come with this nigga's CS2 back, substantially true. The streets is looking at you like, hey, World Star had that video up. Well, I'm suing World Star. He had to have some kind of backup to continue the investigations he's working on, right? Oh, the lawsuit is going on now. They saying substantially true, and he's saying he wanted a public apology, retracting the documentary statement. You notice they ain't gave him that. You and Wack back and forth a few years ago. Wack made a separate room to try to expose you. You didn't know that? You didn't know that? I could go get it. It was him and CEO Rakisha, Kid the Barber, Damu Kiwe Conversations, Duse M up 1,000% ETE. Man, that's a fact, bro. You know what I'm saying? Quads only 216. So, because this weirdo can't get up out of it, he doesn't want to bring his paperwork to court. If you saying that you not CS2 back, it would have been real easy for him to go get the letter, the statement that he made to Greg Caton and the task force. Both times. They met at the federal building, he made a statement. They met at his lawyer's office. He made a statement. we finna subpoena both of those statements. He can't give us those statements. If he give us those statements, everybody knows he's done. Everything he told is going to be exposed. The fact that he was hip hop police and working with the hip hop police in LA. You know what I'm saying? So let's get back to this. He gonna have to bring that work. That's how you clear all this up. Now he's so stupid, bozo. He ain't even see that I put him in a pickle, a catch-22. You gave your op a bag, right? You gave your op a bag. No, nigga, you ain't getting no motherfucking bag. I made you panic, making a rational decision by suing WorldStar thirsty, horny for content, horny for money, because you're low over there. Pockets light. Pockets light. Nigga, and now we got subpoena power. WorldStar Hip Hop and Duse M got subpoena power because he brought into a question of whether or not he is an informant or not. Whether or not he is CS2 back. Whether or not he told when he caught that gun case in Texas. You know what I'm saying? It's nasty work. Okay, she said he exposed himself. We would have never known he was meeting with Greg. He was dissing Pac and bragging about these crooked cops. Right, you got him on the ropes. Man, he's done. CS2 Brosco, you got to put him on the stand just like he did Stutterbot. Oh, that's going down. See, in his paperwork, he said he swear under penalty of perjury and will testify to the following. Lamonte Sims is a felon. Lamonte Sims is CEO of Active Chucks Entertainment. I fear for my life because Lamonte Sims put out that documentary. You got him the same way he got Big U. Now he put Big U in jail. The fact that he lined up multiple keyways is outrageous. Man, he been boo bopping the keyways, tricking these niggas off the streets, bro. That nigga is hot. Nigga is super hot. So let's get back to the content real quick. No cap. So they're reading the thing for you.
Live in the streets. And in the streets, perception is everything. Page One just painted him with a big red target that says, maybe the rumors are real. That's the savage breakdown for Page One. Let's move to Page Two, where Wack himself starts crying about reputational harm. But remember, the foundation already shaky.
It's me, Baby Yee, and welcome back. Today's guest is Baby Tyler, the creator. Say what's up, Tyler.
All my life, I've really liked syrup. I just liked eating waffles all day.
Bro, what the fuck are you talking about?
22. As a result of defendant's publication and dissemination of the video and the defamatory statements, I have suffered significant harm to my property, business, trade, and profession. 23. The false and defamatory statements have caused me severe emotional, reputational, and financial harm and have even jeopardized my personal safety by placing my life in danger. 24. These defamatory statements have directly impacted my livelihood as the owner of multiple urban entertainment businesses, tarnishing my professional reputation within the industry. I have lost numerous potential business opportunities and relationships due to the accusations made in the video. Members of the hip hop community are unwilling to associate with someone falsely labeled as a federal informant or snitch, a stigma that is particularly damaging in this cultural and professional context. Specifically, the defamatory statements explicitly and implicitly suggest that I am duplicitous and untrustworthy with confidential information. These statements damage my reputation among both current and potential clients who are unlikely to seek professional management services from someone portrayed as indebted to law enforcement for being caught conspiring to commit a crime, particularly a crime as serious as murder. As defendant concedes, Media Lab published the video on Saturday, January 27th, 2024. Within 2 business days, on January 31st, 2024, my legal counsel sent a formal letter to defendant demanding that Media Lab immediately remove the video and issue a formal retraction. A true and correct copy of this legal demand is attached to my complaint as Exhibit B. On February 1st, 2024, a representative of Media Lab responded to my legal demand and confirmed that video in question has been removed. It was extremely important for me, for my physical safety, and for my reputation to make it clear that these statements were false in a public forum. On or around February 5th, 2024, I appeared on the Adam and Wack podcast in an attempt to clear my name.
This is Wack's declaration.
The allegations in the video and the defamatory statements.
Deposition.
During the appearance, I highlighted that the claims are entirely unsupported by any evidence.
Oh, that would have, if your man really was like that, that would have got you wet.
I ain't gonna say it no more. I just come to let y'all know, stop, put some respect on my name.
All right. Y'all heard that page clear. Now let's break down what Wack's saying here, because this, the heart of his argument, that being called CS2 wrecked his life. First off, look at paragraph 22 through 25. He basically crying to the court, yo, this snitch label cost me money, respect, and put my safety at risk. Now on the surface, that sound legit, right? Nobody want to be branded a rat. But peep the contradiction. If it was so baseless, why did the streets latch on to it this hard? Slim, a lie don't stick unless folks feel the truth in it. He talking about severe emotional, reputational, financial harm, and even personal safety. Let's start right there. That's Wack admitting the very communities he trying to move in, hip-hop, entertainment, the streets, treat that label as deadly serious. So serious, he say his life in danger. But if the paperwork don't apply, why he scared? Because real ones know. You can't hide behind legal jargon when the block got receipts. Then he claimed he lost business opportunities and the hip-hop community don't want to associate with him no more. That's telling, because what did he build his name on? Being the loud, brash voice that inserted himself into everybody else's beef, and the industry tolerated it. But once that CS2 smoke hit, suddenly people like, hold up, maybe this cat ain't solid. And now he want to call it defamation. Now, the heavy line is in paragraph 26. He said the statement suggests he's duplicitous and untrustworthy with confidential info. Basically, that he can't be trusted with secrets. Ain't that the exact street definition of a snitch? Somebody that fold up and give information to the law? So he admitting that's the perception problem. And guess what? You can't lawyer away perception. If the block think you a rat, that's staying permanent. Paragraph 27 through 29, he bring up Media Lab publishing the video and how his lawyers rushed to get it taken down. Within 2 business days, letter sent. And guess what? Media Lab folded and removed the video. Now think, if it was truly false, why they pull it so fast? Because they ain't want to fight? Or because they knew substantial truth was going to hang them too? That move looked less like victory and more like damage control. Then in 30 and 31, he said he had to go on Adam and Wack podcast to clear his name. But let's be real. When you at the point of making media tours to scream, I'm not a snitch, you already losing. Real G's don't explain. Real G's drop paperwork and silence the rumors. Wack ain't dropped no paperwork on Sims, on Deuce, on nobody. But when it came to him, the paperwork came out heavy. Here's the key DC logic. In the streets, You don't defend against a snitch label by suing or crying reputational harm. You defend it with receipts, with silence, or with real street moves. Wax hold defense right here sound like an executive begging the court to clear up his image so the bag don't dry up. But the court don't run the streets. The streets already judged. And remember, this ain't the first time his name been tied to questionable moves. He accused Duse M back in 2022 of having snitch paperwork. Never produced a doc, never dropped a receipt. So when World Star and others start pointing back at him as CS2, the irony thick. That's why his cries in this doc feel hollow. He's saying, snitch label damaged me. But the only reason people believed it is because his own history of talking reckless with no proof. So let's recap the optics. He admit his life in danger over the label. He admit he losing money, connections, and reputation. He admit the community treating him like an informant. And he rushing to the courts, not the block, to try and scrub his image. Slim, that's not how a solid man fight a lie. That's how somebody try to fight the truth with paperwork. And that's why page 2 only strengthens the case that the CS2 whispers ain't just smoke. There's fire in there. Now let's keep pushing, because page 3 is where he start pointing fingers at Lamonte Deuce Mills, trying to flip the script and say Sam's been harassing him. But remember what I told y'all. He the one that first threw dirt on Sam's name. So now we're going to see how he playing the blame game in the paperwork.
His so-called supreme leader, Kim Jong-un, Kim Jong-il, are tiny, pathetic. My button's bigger.
Mr. Trump, your arrogance amusing. Your people starve while mine chant my name. Who is weak now?
Your people eat grass. Kim, I've seen the satellite photos. Sad. Meanwhile, America's richer than ever.
Rich? Your streets burn. Your capital was stormed. Tell me, Donald, who really controls America?
Let's talk about your human rights record. Rocket Boy. Those prison camps? Disgusting.
And your migrant cages? At least my prisoner don't escape to Canada.
I built the greatest economy in history.
That collapsed from one virus. 600,000 dead. Supreme failure.
Your doctors used sticks and mud. My response was perfect. The best. Everyone says...
Test launch confirmed. Your Twitter won't save you now.
15. The source and author of the defamatory statements, as published and disseminated by defendant, is a felon widely known to be biased against and openly hostile towards me. 16. Specifically, the author of the video is Lamonte Sims, aka Duse MS Sims, a convicted...
Oh, nah. Hell nah. These niggas riding too hard. I'ma drop a dime on them niggas. That nigga CS2 back. He over there was fucking with Big U. Free Big U till he free. Hey, free Big U, bro. He over there fucking with Big U. They done cut Kenny Kingpin off. Now he deals with Crackhead Eddie and Whack 100. I think Diamond might be dealing with them too. 171 watching on 125 likes. Come on, everyone in the chat, hit the like button. Samir Amin, salute, brother. Appreciate that. Hey, listen, that nigga said Lamonte Deshaun Sims is the felon. Let's go.
Felon who serves as the self-proclaimed CEO of Active Chucks Entertainment. Sims has a well-documented pattern of engaging in vexatious litigation and long ago initiated a public campaign of defamation and harassment directed at me. On or around June 6, 2022, Sims released an entire podcast episode focused solely on me, one of several such episodes, explicitly stating that the purpose of the podcast was to antagonize Whack 100. Then, on or around May 25th, 2023, Sims escalated his public antagonistic behavior towards me by participating in a multi-part series aired on the YouTube channel Street TV, during which he publicly discussed his personal animosity and alleged beef with me, further perpetuating false and defamatory narratives. Simply put, Sims' long-standing disdain for me and his repeated efforts to defame me have been well documented and widely known for years before the release of the video, and they persist to this day. Even a cursory Google search reveals his public beef with me and his propensity to make baseless attacks on my character.
With me.
Notably,
just Google, he got a beef with me. I'm telling right now. I declare the penalty of perjury. If you Google it, you see he got a personal beef with me. He said I'm CS2 back, and he's a felon. I'm scared and fearful. He put my life. What is that? He put my health at risk, and I fear for my life. I fear my life is in danger. This is what Wack is telling them about me. He's Active Chuck's entertainment CEO. So he trying to get me a Rico, my Active Chuck's Rico. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Nigga, I'm clean as a motherfucking whistle, nigga. A legitimate entrepreneur. Let's go.
since the initiation of this action on or around September 3rd, 2024, Sims sent a legal demand letter to both me and Defendant Media Lab. In the letter, Sims alleges that Defendant Media Lab never had
wait,
authorization to
come on up.
publicly disseminate the video in the first place, and accuses Media Lab of copyright infringement, stating in part as follows: "It has come to the attention of Mr. Sims that your company has created, distributed, rented, sold, and or displayed the documentary which contains an excerpt of the work. Claiming ownership of the documentary was not authorized by Mr. Sims or anyone associated with Mr. Sims. This resulted in direct copyright infringement. Mr. Sims demands that you immediately cease and desist the distribution, rental, sale, and or streaming of the documentary WAC 100 Exposed for Being an Alleged Federal Informant documentary. A true and correct copy of Mr. Sims' September 3rd, 2024 legal notice directed to both me and Defendant Media Lab is attached hereto as Exhibit A."
Bro, you don't want to be an L.
What is that?
An L is like loser.
Okay.
You know, we don't lose.
Okay.
W is winner.
Why don't you just say winner?
Because it's too much. Like, we don't say laughing out loud. We say LOL.
I've never said LOL in my life. I've wrote it, but I've never said it. I've never said laughing out loud. Right?
Rainbow app with the 100. You got to say it like that. Rainbow app, thank you for the 100 gifted.
What the just happened?
The 50 gifted. Appreciate that you for slick. The 50 gifted.
Did you just have a stroke?
No, that's how you got to say. You got to say, Rainbow with another 100 gifted.
Okay. What the are they giving you, man?
Okay, so basically imagine this, right? He just paid
for
100 people to watch this stream with no ads.
Who the does he think he is?
I think he's
piece of
what?
Who do you think you are?
Huh?
Is that a good thing what he did or a bad thing?
No, that's a good thing.
Take it back. Take backsies, Rainbow.
Now, y'all just heard page 3. This is where Wack flips his whole strategy. He stopped talking about harm and start pointing all 10 fingers at Lamonte Duse MS Sims. Let's dissect. Paragraphs 15-16, Wack trying to frame Sims as a felon, biased, and hostile. Classic character attack. In legal terms, it's meant to undercut Sims' credibility. But in street terms, that don't clear your own name, Slim. Calling another man a felon don't erase the whispers that you CS2. It just looked like deflection. He say Sims has a documented pattern of defamation and harassment. Paragraph 17. Translation, he been calling me out for years. Now, pause. Who else been calling out for years? Wack himself. He built a brand off exposing, dissing, dragging rappers, managers, even dead homies. So when the mirror turned back on him, suddenly it's harassment? That's selective energy. Paragraph 18-19, Wack mad about Sims' podcast in 2022 and Street TV series in 2023. But catch this irony. 2022 is the same year Wack claims Sims had snitch paperwork. No docs, no receipts, just big mouth. That's the root of this whole beef. So for him to cry, antagonize me after he lost the first grenade, that's backwards. Street code clear. If you throw the first stone, you can't cry victim when rocks fly back. Paragraph 20, he calls Sims' beef baseless and says, Google it. But that's weak. You don't beat allegations of being CS2 with Google it. You beat it with your own paperwork showing your hands clean. Instead, he leaning on character smears, like the block gonna say, oh yeah, Sims a felon, so Wack innocent. That's not how credibility work. Paragraph 21, wild. Sims sends a copyright demand. Now peep that. The doc Sims dropped was called Wack 100 Exposed for being an alleged federal informant. Wack's defense don't say that's a lie. It says he wasn't authorized to use that clip. Bruh, that's ducking the issue. That's paperwork over perception, like fighting a murder rumor with a parking ticket. The copyright piece show how far this really went. Sam say Media Lab stole his work, used his footage without permission. If the documentary was fake, Wack should have fought it on truth. Instead, he fighting on technicalities, copyright, authorization, bias. That's lawyering, not clearing your name. Now let's zoom out. Throughout this doc, Wack trying to reframe everything as a Sims vendetta. He want the judge, and by extension, the public, to believe the only reason CS2 talk exists is because Sims hate him. But the problem with that, WorldStar didn't invent CS2. Court filings and other cases mention a confidential source by that label. The streets connected dots. Sims just amplified what already smelled funny. And this is where the concept of substantial truth come back in. If Sims' documentary lines up close enough to what the paperwork already suggested, then Wack calling it defamatory don't hold water. It means Sims might have exaggerated, but the core rang true. And that's the danger Wack facing. See, in the streets, once somebody throw that rat jacket on you, it stick unless you burn it off with proof. This whole page 3 is Wack trying to light Sims on fire instead of showing his own paperwork clean. And every time he dodge, the stain get darker. Here's the deeper irony. Wack accused Sims of being a rat in 2022 with no evidence. Now, 2 years later, paperwork surfaces pointing to CS2 and the finger comes right back at him. So page 3 ain't proof of innocence. It's proof of karma because he set the tone by calling another man a rat. And to make it worse, Sims pulled copyright law into it. So now it's not just, is Wack CS2? It's also, did Media Lab steal my work? That muddies the case and makes Wack look more desperate. Instead of proving he not CS2, he's drowning in side battles. Let me break it down plain. Page 3 don't read like a man fighting for truth. It read like a man fighting to discredit the messenger. That's the oldest trick in the book. But in this case, it don't erase the message. That message being the CS2 label. So the streets gonna see it like this. Wack can't clear his name, so he attacked Sims's name. But two wrongs don't make a right. And paperwork don't erase perception. The more he write, the guiltier he look. And that's the savage breakdown of page 3. At this point, y'all got the full picture. Page 1 showed the defenses with that deadly phrase, substantial truth. Page 2 showed Wack begging the court to fix his image. Page 3 showed him throwing dirt on Sims instead of proving his own innocence. So now I'm gonna throw it to y'all, the people. Is this just a bit of beef with Sims? Or did Wack just low-key confirm what the block been saying, that CS2 might just be him? So now y'all heard it all. Page 1, page 2, page 3. From substantial truth to my rep is in danger to Sims out to get me. But notice what you ain't hear. You ain't hear Wack clear his name with real paperwork. The streets don't care about legal gymnastics, Slim. They care about facts. And right now, The fact is this. When the smoke clears, Wack's still wearing that CS2 jacket. So I'm going to throw it to y'all. Do you believe Wack got railroaded? Or do you believe this doc exposed him as the fraud we always thought? Drop your take in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe if you're rocking with the truth. Remember, your next move better be your best move. No cap.
Hey, salute to No Cap Network, man. Y'all go over there and follow That Smoked Out TV. Go over there and follow the No Cap Network, man. Great work. He had the girl break it down, and then they broke it down to layman terms so everybody could digest. I can't assume everybody understand what I'm saying when I'm reading the work. It's him Wack all the time face. It's like his diapers. Those things ain't nowhere to be found. Southern Force, what up, bro? Rockabye, Wacky.
Salute, brother.
Salute. What you think?
Man, well, he already messed himself up the first time when he should have had it taken out ASAP. By him putting it up there, that means you're playing along with it, and you're okaying it being up there, so you can't sue Worldstar for that. That's one of the screw ups. The second one is, if you got to prove beyond a shadow of doubt that it's
you not CS2 back.
So if you can prove that, then the statement can be retracted. The document can be retracted, but you can't. He know he can't. He has no way out. He's in a lose-lose situation, but he bragging and boasting like he already run the case. Well, in boxing, shoot, you can't throw up your hands and claim you're the champion, and you ain't throwing no punch.
Right.
You get your ass knocked out real quick. What Martin on that Martin show with Tommy Hitman Hearns knocked his ass to the wall. That's what's happening. Worldstar is throwing them haymakers, and he can't shake them. Now he's backed up in the corner because you got to do one or two things. You got to either take the dive, surrender, or you got to turn around and prove and fight and prove that you're not an informant, which that's already been done.
He had the ship that has sunk.
Right,
bro. Here we sunk his ship. Your battleship is sunk.
It's a fact.
Your battleship is sunk. But go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite simple, man. You know you can't prove that. We already connected all the dots from Texas all the way back to California. You already got mad. You already had an issue because you wanted to basically take Big Q's place, and you can't do what that man does, man. That man put decades into that. What he does is he takes our youth, our young tribes and stuff, not just there, but in many nations and many states. And he give them that positive influence, like, hey, yeah, I did this, that, but at the same time, this I'm giving y'all the ways out. You're not like that. So I don't know why the hell you trying to keep a reputable locked up when you the rat that just want to take it all for yourself. We already see that. We already know everything that he done did, every little move he done pulled, because he bragged too much about it on Clubhouse, which was crazy to me. And then your paperwork speaks for itself, especially in Texas. You know he fucked up with the Texas thing with me, you Deuce. You already know.
Right.
But it's crazy because you actually bragging most of like, oh yeah, I can fight Worldstar. Man, Worldstar already shut you down. That is a multi-million-dollar company. They paperwork is legit. They copyrights are legit. Everything they do is legit. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know what he gonna fight with nothing but words in a dream, but it ain't happening. And that's what that is.
Yeah. So the bottom line is this, right? He didn't have to file this lawsuit. Once he got the video taken down, he's supposed to left it there and stop thinking that he's the smartest motherfucker in the world, right?
Right.
I'm gonna make them apologize so people gonna believe that a reputable business like World Star Hip Hop, the biggest in hip hop online, they apologized to me. I'm not CS2 back. So now World Star is like, wait, first you ain't even tell us how much money you want. We took the video down to protect ourselves, but we believe it's substantially true. You know what I'm saying? And we believe that it's substantially true and that you see us too back. We also believe that we can't be held liable because you admitted when you went on No Jumper and Poetic Flock, and Academics that that you had your team watching it. They wanted, you said, no, don't take it down yet. Let it reach 1 million views. So you're okaying so that you can get more damages. What did they call it? Equity estapel or something like that.
Yeah.
So
but really, he damaged himself.
Damaged himself and his whole defense. But even more than that, because you're doing that, now they done reached out to Duse M, dead homies I talked to. 2 lawyers from Media Labs, right?
Right.
He can know their name, you know what I'm saying? Their name is in this lawsuit. Yeah. Both of their names is in the lawsuit. They made declarations of they made declarations that this is substantially true, right? And now they finna be asking me, so what can we do? I'm be like, subpoena Mark Stevens. Okay, yeah, have the private investigator go interview him. What else can we do? Oh, subpoena Greg Caden's Whack 100's meeting with the FBI, Greg Caden and them at FBI headquarters on the 60th floor, right? We finna get that is really the 17th, but we finna get that 302 that he made with him. We didn't have the power to get that before, but now you made it an issue, so we got subpoena power. See, some people really hashtag thinkers, you know what I'm saying? I'm playing chess, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta think 3 moves ahead. So when I dropped the World Star Hip Hop documentary, it's only a couple things you can do. Leave it up there and let people believe as they may, 50-50, or take it down and leave it there. And after you take it down, just leave it there. But he knew I wasn't going to allow it to stay there. You know what I'm saying? He knew I was going to push the envelope. So he said, well, fuck it. I'm going to file a lawsuit so people be like, he really sued World Star. He must not have been guilty. He's playing you niggas. If you could bluff him, you could beat him. This nigga's a grifter, bro. So he thinking he was going to be able to bluff everybody. Now shit's getting real. The nigga fearing for his life. He says, Lamonte put my life in substantial risk and danger.
Why he always at risk and danger? The bail bondsman now and this shit. This is getting out of hand, man. He got to do better, man. This is crazy.
Hey, bro, ain't no coming back from this. Yeah. Then he said, thanks, Bozo. You paid your ops. Bozo, you fucked up your own bag. Now it's time to finish them. We're finishing them. You're right. Shout out to Shortstop in the Field podcast. Fuck the union. All they people are in jail, broke or going crazy, fucking with that motherfucker. Fight at GMAC, he was loud and wrong. Laugh out loud. Dude had to tell him, nah, 60th floor. Don't forget his artist signed over their masters to him like a dummy. Yeah. Didn't he say he had people at World Star and he introduced them to Big U? Well, where they at now?
Good question.
They the ones talking to telling the lawyers, listen, he is the rat. Motherfuckers know that building has No more than 30 floors, Wilshire. No, it's 17 floors. We Googled it.
Yeah, I seen that a while back when he was talking about that. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Then I looked at it, I'm like, that ain't no damn 60-something floors.
No, bro, ain't no 64th floor. I'm telling you what it is. They done raided his house. They had Kim in handcuffs, finna take her to jail for giving ex-felon access to multiple firearms in their home. So he knew that if he didn't get Kim up out of there, she was gonna leave him back then. You know what I'm saying? So he went up there. Oh, I ain't got no crimes. You know what I'm saying? They told him they got him on wiretap and they got him on them guns. What can we work out, man? Well, all we want is to know who killed Biggie Smalls.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was two different Fed divisions that collided together.
Well, it was. They were, the LAPD were deputized DEA agent, but they worked in unison. If you look at all the Tupac Biggie Freedom of Information Act paperwork and investigative reports, there's always one FBI agent with them. So now they got FBI, Greg Caden and them are deputized DEA agents, right? So it's really serious. White claims to know everyone and allegedly just spoke up that person. Please don't forget when he was doing the interview about the tech.
I was just about to get on that.
About for Texas, he knew other was broke. They didn't. First, he said the bail bondsman was closed to Tuesday, which was strange because then you still come up with your platinum card or whatever card. He said black card, and y'all bail out, and the white man is picking you up, right? The white man, he been a rat. B. Rule facts. Westwood don't have not one high tower with that many floors. Oh, Deuce, I forgot. My uncles used to be frequent back in the 90s. What you mean frequent? Moia, what you talking about? My uncles used to be frequent back in the 90s. Wack was in the Fed penthouse. Mike, that motherfucker smoked the stick and thought he was in heaven. No, he was scared. He was scared. Nigga, that motherfucker, he on his way up there. He already got the Texas gun case. Now they done raided his house for this. This nigga, he is feeling like it's going up 64 floors. You know?
What deal did they cut with Texas, though? Because they not going to let you go unless they get a piece of that. So what Fed division that they cut a deal with Texas, and did they work together on the Main Street case and other cases and follow?
I'm thinking so. We finna find out because we finna get all that work. Okay, what I'm thinking is because when he got caught with the guns, that he called his handlers in California. They contacted them and told the feds, look, don't pick it up. I talked to the DA. I told him we working something out. He working for us. Just let's work this whole investigation off, whatever, and then we'll put a motion in with the court. And I'm quite sure we finna find all of that. Whack, once the Main Streets was arrested, 2 months later, Whack 100's gun case was dismissed in the interest of justice. So it led to arrest, and that probably was what he had to do. He had to cooperate with the investigators to make sure that it leads to arrest. And that's basically what it was. David G. Dennis, salute. But look, man, we've been live for 2 hours and 30 minutes, bro. 2 hours and 30 minutes. Nigga running some good content. I hope that y'all enjoyed yourself. Turn on those notifications, man. You know what I'm saying? Turn them notifications on. And also, everybody who's been asking me about the curriculum. It's called A Student of Life. If that's on the Active Chuck page on YouTube, if you subscribe to the Student of Life, I think it's like $307 or something like that, right? $307, you will have access to the entire curriculum. Be sure to DM me if you do it. DM me at Active so I can send you the whole pamphlet. And one more thing before we go. I ain't gonna never let y'all forget this until he home, man. Free my guy, Big U, a.k.a. Hannibal, a.k.a. Draws. Free him. Until they free him, we gonna be out here. Hold on.
I want this shit banging in my headphones. You
Start
understand
that
me?
one more time. Corrupt Young Daddy.
I want this shit banging in my headphones. You understand me? Let me hear that beat. You dig? I'm gonna address some shit. Let y'all niggas know the real. I've been dormant for too long. Hibernating.
Everybody want it, but do you want to get it? I'm sick of all these niggas bullshitting. I'm sick of all these bitches. I'm sick of how these bitch niggas tripping and how y'all get these passes to these snitches. Neighborhood crippin', dog pound gangsters in the building. I'ma treat these niggas like bitches. Throw them to the wolves and the vultures, the hyenas and my siblings.
Damu Kiwe Conversation, the only place you gonna get it is the only place you gonna get Big U.
Hey, rest in peace to the white racist guy. I'm sure that in hell you will find no peace, but I had to make sure that I said it and was within the YouTube guidelines. Rest in peace. Bye.